All right, guys, let's check out this fairly new release from Tag Heuer. This is the Formula 1 quartz. Obviously, you can see it's quartz. The second hand is ticking away. And I have to say, before I get started, I have to say big thanks to both Homer, who was the original owner of this, and now Craig is the new owner. So thank both of you guys for allowing me to see this and share it with everybody else before it makes its way to Craig. So let's get into the case size here. We are looking at a 43 millimeter case, 48.4 lug to lug. I really like the Formula 1 cases, whether it's a quartz or automatic. There's a bunch of different cool colorways and models of these. I hope to see more, honestly. So 48.4 lug to lug, only 11.85 thick, so nice and thin. That's gonna help it shrink in size a little bit, even though the lug to lug, being like 48.4 versus like a 50, and then the case being 43, like you can't get hung up on just one measurement, guys. I guess is my point. Just because the watch is 43 and you don't typically rock a 43, look at that shorter lug to lug and then look at that thinness, you might be able to wear this. Check them out. If you ever get a chance to go to an authorized dealer that carries Tag, try a few on. You might be surprised. They have really good bracelets, clasp, good cases. They're good watches for a reasonable price. Reasonable price in the luxury market, because Tag Heuer is considered entry-level luxury, regardless of what everybody might say. That is the truth. So 21.5 millimeter lug width. What the heck, Tag? What are you doing? 21.5? I think there's another, or there might be a couple other in their lineup that are like that too. And they do have fitted bracelets that will work with them. And then in this case, you have the strap, but it might get complicated trying to find a strap to fit. If you're going to end up with an aftermarket one, you might be able to stuff in the 22. You're not going to be able to go with a 20. There's going to be too much of a gap, but you might be able to stuff certain 22s in there. Who knows? If you guys know, comment down below. 7.8 millimeter, almost an 8 millimeter crown, screw down crown, 200 meter water resist. So, and then the Tag Heuer crown systems nowadays are like phenomenal. Some of the best I've ever handled. They have like no play in them. I'll unscrew that one and check this one, but in its current configuration weighs in at 96 grams. So just under 100 grams. Let's unscrew this crown and check that out real quick. Yeah, it's like their crown systems are just tanks on every one that I've handled recently. There's like no movement in them at all. They're just so solid. So, and then they thread in really good. I know there was a point where there was an issue with a couple of them or something that I've read on about their crown systems, the tube and everything. It seems like they've solved that and went overkill on it. So they seem to be really well built now. The model number on this, I'll put a link down below, direct link to the Tag Heuer website, because I don't really have I don't remember who I work with that carries Tag. Is it Saltzman's? I think Saltzman's does. Maybe I'll see if they have it or something too, but it's a WAZ101A.4, not 4, FC8305. Yeah, sorry, I botched that, but that information will be down below. Has a retail price of $1,450. Do not pay $1,450 for this watch. You're gonna get a discount on these, guys. I would expect, if I'm just winging it, if I had to guess what they should sell for, probably $1,100-1,200 bucks, something like that. And then on the used market, even less, right? So, but let's check out this. Let's look closer. Let's take a closer look here, because I want to show you this orange. Check out that texture. It's kind of like a color of a really nice orange, like an actual orange, the fruit, and it has a similar texture. So well done. Check out those really well done applied indices, framed in black, fully blacked out handset. Second hand is completely black, and then of course you have lume on the hour and minute, and then you have that large Arabic 12 and 6. Just such a good, clean, legible dial. There's nothing to be mad about the way this thing looks. And there's, like I said, there's other colorways too. If orange isn't your thing, check out a different colorway. This could be like a Halloween watch, but I think it's much more than that. You have a ceramic bezel insert there, 120 click bezel. Bezel is, it feels nice, but there is play in it. Like you can see it moving and stuff, guys. There's play in the bezel. But the action on it is really nice. And get this, it lines up. Wow. Fancy, right? Check out the full polished case side there. It does have some scratches on it. Homer did wear it. and then brushed on the top. Nice crown guards, framing in that large crown. Nice screw down case back. I did, thankfully, Craig allowed me, I asked first, but Craig allowed me to remove the case back and snap a few pictures of the quartz movement. They're using a Ronda 6003D. It is it's a pretty good looking quartz movement. It's not good enough to probably display. I mean, they could dress it up a little bit and they could display it potentially. It does have the big plastic keeper. You'll see the picture when I show it. It's 4 jewels. Ronda quartz movements are, in my opinion, some of the most accurate and affordable Swiss quartz movements. I looked it up on Esslinger. This should trigger some people. This movement only costs $30 if you wanted to buy it. So now I know instantly people are going to be like, why would you pay $1,200 for a watch with a $30 movement? Guys, there's more to a watch than just its movement. You know, when you look at automatic watches, their movements are $200, $300, $400, $500, and then their watch costs, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. So it's all percentages and profit margins and all that good stuff. So a really nice heavy duty strap, double layered, and then they splash the orange stitching up towards the top. I love that. You have these 2 keepers, one fixed, and then you have one floating, pretty decent floating on it. And I was just getting a peek of what is going on with the, check that out. There's like, can't get in there. There's like 2 bars holding it together. Interesting. So maybe if you had to replace the strap, maybe they just give you the strap and you take these keepers off and swap it over. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe when you buy a new strap, you just get the fabric and not the hardware. I'm not really sure. The holes on these are done really well. I know that may seem petty, but that's the first place that wears out, and you can see they're very robust. It's double layered and they melted it all the way through, so those will last a long time. That's little things that people don't really think about, but that does matter, or will matter. You shouldn't get any fraying with this, I guess is my point. And Homer has been wearing it, and I don't see any fraying on the strap at all. And I'll show you when I take it back off, but even on the end of it, the way they melted it and flared it and everything, it's just attention to detail on the strap. Here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I love that pop of color on the strap. Those double dashes going all the way down and then transitioning to the last 2 rows there with orange. That's awesome. Just a very good looking watch, guys. Fits me good. I'm curious to see. I think Craig won't have a problem. Craig has about a 7 1/2 or 7 3/4, actually 7 3/4 inch wrist. So he might end up having not too much left. I don't know if he'll be able to get a tuck on that last one though. We'll see. He might just be tucked in on that one, but we'll see. I'm sure he'll report back to me. But here's what I was talking about. Check out the way they finished. They angled it so it's easy to get in there, and then they melted it. And it's not fraying. They did a phenomenal job. So I don't know who makes their straps, but if we could find out and we could just order the straps aftermarket, this is like probably one of the best 2-piece nylon straps that I've handled. And it's really well done on the stitching, and I don't want to like overdo it on the strap, I guess. The watch is really cool too, but it's, you know, when we buy a watch, whether it's on bracelet or strap or leather or whatever we want, like you want all of it to work. You don't want to pick up a watch and the first thing you have to do is swap something out. So at least that's the way I feel. I like to wear my watches traditionally in an OEM fashion with the original equipment that it is sent with. So, and I think you can do that with this one. I think it looks great. Let's kill the lights, check the lume on this bad boy. If you guys have any questions, ask Craig, because I'm sending it to him. Nice, beautiful, super legible green lume. I'm not sure if it's C1 or C3. Typically, if it's C1, it's usually not quite as bright as this, and it usually fades away a little bit quicker. So this could be C3. This is a newer watch, so I don't know, maybe there's other options out there for Tag Heuer. I don't know, but I don't know why you would when C3 is so good anyway. But, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.